So I've been playing Mario Kart World for a couple of days now, and I have some thoughts. When the Nintendo Switch 2 first got revealed, we got our first look at what seemed to be a brand new Mario Kart. After having to play Mario Kart 8 for more than 10 years, I think both us and Nintendo knew that it was time for a new entry in the series. And soon enough, we learned that Mario Kart World would be a launch title. And finally, it is here. So first things first, from the moment you boot up the game, things are a little bit different. You are now in an open, interconnected world. But before we get to that, I want to talk about the classic Mario Kart staples such as Grand Prix and Versus. Grand Prix in Mario Kart World works a little bit different than it does in past Mario Kart titles. You see, instead of doing 4 races on a set course, you do 4 races either on a set course or to another destination. Now before the game came out, I was under the impression that it would be 4 races on a set course, and in between those races, you would drive to your next destination. Instead, it seems that driving to your next destination also counts as a race. So a Grand Prix realistically only has like 2 courses to race on, with the other 2 courses being races that lead to the next track. At first, I wasn't sure about this change, but after playing a lot of the Grand Prix, it was exciting to see what courses we'd end up in and how we got there. Because it's a big open map, there's moments where you're driving and you can see the next course you're going to play on from a distance. And there's a couple of new items as well. I mean, you got the item block, which basically grants you coins. The feather makes a return, but most interesting is Kamek, which turns you into an enemy and spawns random obstacles during a race. This is pretty cool. So we got all 3 stars in all of the Grand Prix, and speaking of getting 3 stars, god damn, this game is hard. I don't know if it's the rubber banding, the items, or I swear, I get blue shelled so often in first place, and when I'm in second, the person in front of me never gets a blue shell thrown at them, and I never can get anything good to slow them down. It feels a little bit more unfair than Mario Kart 8 does, but it's okay because I did it and I still got first in all races. Now in Versus mode, you can choose how you want to race, and thankfully when you choose the course you want to do, it gives you options if you want to just do that track or if you want to set destinations to other tracks as well as courses. I'm glad they have this. That way if people want to just play the classic 4 different course races, you can do that. You want to know what I'm not doing though? 3 stars in Knockout Tour. So let's talk about the new modes. There's Free Roam and there's Knockout Tour. Getting first in a Knockout Tour is arguably harder than getting first in every race in a Grand Prix. So this mode has you drive across the map in a elimination style race. In my opinion, this is the best mode in the game. The adrenaline you get if you're gonna make the cutoff, it's awesome. They have multiple races you can choose from and it's always a good time. It's very hard as well. I got first in all of them, and even though I didn't get 3 stars on all of the Knockout Tours because I don't know what the conditions are, I don't care. I got first. There's a lot of unfairness going on in a lot of these Knockout Tour races, I tell you, but it's a very good change of pace. But now let's talk about the Free Roam mode. Right away from the main menu, you can enter Free Roam at any time and it just throws you right in. So what do you do in Free Roam? You drive around. I have some issues with this mode, mainly with tracking and what you've done so far. In almost all open world games, you have a detailed map of what you've done and it helps you keep track of all of your missions. In this game, it kind of does that, but it doesn't show you the locations of where the missions are after you've completed them. It doesn't even show you any roads or any real-time NPCs. If you look at a game like Forza Horizon, the map in that game shows you everything, where everything is, and what you've done. I've seen people online say that Nintendo doesn't know how to make open world games, which is a lie because they created one of the best ones of all time. I think they just needed to add a few more details on the map and maybe 1 or 2 more categories of objectives or things to do or collect. One of my favorite open world racing games is Forza Horizon, and I won't try to compare these two because they're obviously very different games, but some of the ideas from that game would work very well in Mario Kart World. In Forza Horizon, you can race anyone you see on the map. You hit one button and you race to a random set destination. That would be cool if you could do little races as well if you see characters on the map. You can get small rewards for completing them, and it would just give you something to do because variety is very important. A lot of the missions you do in Mario Kart World are mostly the same. It's just collect the coins or get to a certain destination while dodging an obstacle. These are fine, but a little bit more variety would have been cool. There's peach coins you can find as well as hidden blocks, but they don't do much, to my knowledge at least. Like instead of going to the main menu to switch characters or change carts, why don't we just go to garages or houses? These suggestions might seem small, but I feel like they would add so much more depth when trying to make sense of the world. I mean, there's not really a story either. All of the Mario characters are just here on a big island. A game like Mario Super Sluggers on the Wii has an intro movie where they go on vacation and it explains why they're playing baseball in the first place. Something like that would have been cool in this game as well. But those are just some random little thoughts and critiques. Remember, these things don't make the game bad. It would only make the game better. But now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about what makes this game amazing. Mario Kart World, looks awesome. It's an upscaled 4K picture, but regardless of the resolution, the game itself looks awesome with its real-time day and night cycle and weather system. I've seen people say Mario Kart 8 looks better, but that couldn't be further from the truth. I mean, look at the lighting in the sky. I think Mario Kart 8 has a little bit more of a realistic art style, which is probably why people are saying that. More realistic art style does not mean better looking game. And I know I said some things about the gameplay of the free roam, but the free roam mode makes it really easy for you to just take everything in. Like, the kid in me would have dreamed about a Mario Kart like this. I used to just free roam on my own in older Mario Kart games by just selecting time trials and just driving around and going wherever I wanted. So now that I can actually do that in an official game, in an official mode, it's amazing. All of the carts and characters are so bouncy and animated. You even have Toads and Yoshis populating the world. It's pretty detailed. The variety of locations is awesome as well, like going to the city and also just checking out the snowy areas. Like, holy variety, and variety in the characters. God damn, Snowman? Penguin? I threw this dude off. I think what happened during development was when they had the idea for Kamek as an item, they had to make animations for all of these enemies driving on carts, so they just made them characters, which is cool. There's so many characters in this game. You got your classics and they even got costumes. You unlock costumes by grabbing these little lunch items either during free roam or during a race, and not only do they change your look, but they also give you a small speed boost. Kinda random, but I like it. I will say they gotta add a sub menu because it gets a little bit cluttered, so hopefully they can fix it soon. Like, how did they take a step backwards from Mario Kart 8? And the music, oh my goodness, the music might actually be my favorite part of the entire game. There's so many remixed tracks, not even from past Mario Kart games, but from just Mario games. I heard a remixed version of the credits theme from Super Mario 64 and songs like Yoshi's Island. Like, what the heck, dude? And I'm still hearing new songs when playing this game. They gotta add like a playlist feature, like a radio, bro, cause if I could drive around at night in the main highway listening to some Mario Galaxy just to chill, I'll be on this game so much more. Going out for a little drive just to clear my mind. And the new mechanics are crazy too. You can do tricks from stationary jumps on rails, you can jump off of walls, you can chain them together, you can bounce off of cars. I feel like I'm barely scratching the surface on what you can do, but with time though, I'm gonna know every single broken strap. Just wait, I promise. And the drifting feels a little bit different from Mario Kart 8 as well. It feels a lot more looser, and it takes some time getting used to, but it's not bad at all. Anyway, it's time to address the penguin in the room. This game has stirred up some controversy for being a little bit too expensive for some. The game is $80 US, and if you want to play it, you gotta give Doug Bowser the money. So when I got the Switch 2, I purchased the bundle that came with Mario Kart World, so I basically only paid an extra $50. Do I think Mario Kart World for $80 is justified? Hell no! In my opinion, this is a $70 game at best. I mean, Doug Bowser made it seem like this game was going to be generational. He was all like, just wait until the game comes out, bro. Just trust me. You'll see why it's 80. I mean, yeah, it's cool. It's an open world game. But at the end of the day, there's games with way higher budgets that would have released for less. People have to understand that Nintendo has made the most money they've ever made during the Switch 1's generation. And they're starting to get greedy. They know Mario Kart's gonna make the most money, so they're taking advantage of it. I'm telling you guys, man, everything changed once Reggie left. Read his book, I'm telling you. You know what would have made the $80 justified? Imagine if you could get out of your car and walk around. Imagine the next Mario game looking like this. And I think it will be, mark my words. You can walk around, big open world. So my final thoughts, this is a great game. I do think it's a little bit expensive, but if you have the extra cash and you got a Nintendo Switch 2, you gotta hop on it. Pause. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I am now broke and sad. I mean, damn. A like on this video would sure make me feel better. Am I right? Also, battle mode sucks. Also, Rainbow Road is amazing. Goodbye.